we're told, 3 senior leaders, and these are people who are very high up in the ISIS organization, very close to the leader al-Baghdadi. One of them was al-Baghdadi's deputy in Iraq, his name Haji Mutaz. Another, his military emir, his military commander in Iraq, Abd al-Basit, as well as his Mosul emir. And Mosul, a very key stronghold for ISIS fighters, taken, of course, from Iraqi forces earlier this year as those Iraqi forces melted away. I'm told that these were the result of multiple airstrikes going back to mid-November, but with these strikes and in light of the limited situation we have on the ground there in terms of intelligence, it took until now to confirm with those bomb damage assessments, or BDAs as the military calls them, with confidence that these leaders were killed. And some more news that I can add as well, Brooke, because I'm told that just yesterday the president signed deployment orders for 1,300 U.S. forces to go to Iraq. This is of the 1,500 additional forces that he authorized last month, but now those forces are actually on their way there. And I'm told that by February of next year, just 2 months away, Brooke, there are going to be 3,000 American forces on the ground in Iraq. Just imagine that, considering where we were a year ago when you had 0 troops presence. Started with just 150 or so, but now there will be 300 by February, 3,000 rather by February.
3,000. Let me follow up on that because of the news. Is his announcement of the 1,300 yesterday. Do we know, again, I think it's worth reiterating the position of these troops, simply in a training position, or are they moving more into the field?
Well, the administration says not combat. They'll continue in both their military advisor role, also their training and assisting role. But this is key, and it's a great point, Brooke, because they're not just going to be confined anymore to Baghdad and Erbil, relative pockets of safety in Iraq. They're going further afield. I'm told, for instance, there are now 300 U.S. troops in Anbar province at the Al-Assad base. You know, Anbar province, a good portion of Anbar controlled by ISIS fighters. You now have U.S. forces out there, and that's just one of the first forward deployments. You're going to have a dozen or so training bases, smaller bases around the country in contested areas. They may not be frontline troops, they may not be called combat troops, but Brooke, you know, let's make this very clear. They will be much closer to combat, and as a result, much closer to danger.